Temple City. Thank you, Kelvin, or Jael, one of you two. And we are now recording, so I'd like to go ahead and begin again by saying, welcome to Coldwell Banker Dynasty here in beautiful Temple City, an agency with a lot of heart. And let's begin with Sandy. Sandy, you're up.
Good morning, Coldwell Banker Dynasty. I hope it's a fabulous day for you. It's beautiful weather. It is time to get out there and start farming. If you need door hangers, if you need the bags, if you need the inserts, whatever you need, I can bring them to the office or I can ship them to your house. Let me know what works for you, and let's hit the spring so the summer is fantastic. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Sandy. Pam, you're up.
Hi, everyone. Pam with American Home Shield Home Warranty. Starting in April, we are adding to our plans. So call me with questions. Just to give you a quick little teaser, we're adding the roof to the complete. We're adding up to $7,000 on kitchen appliances to the complete. And we're adding up to $1,200 in modifications. That means if we're replacing a unit, you get an extra $1,200 if you have modifications because you have a new unit, as well as a free service fee on the rekey. So it's a Shield Complete. We'll talk about it more later, but if you have questions, please call me, and it doesn't start till after April. Have a great day. Thanks so much. Bye, everyone.
Bye, thank you so much. Next we have here Nancy. Nancy, you're up.
Good morning, everybody. It's a beautiful day out there, and I think Californians they like to see people now with all this COVID. So I've had people that door knock and got really good response. People are willing to talk to people. If you need any help in farming, walking farm, or things like that, give me a call. I'm here to help you. Thank you. Nancy Chan, lawyer's title.
Sounds perfect. And I think, Nancy, you left your reading glasses here yesterday.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Okay, good.
I have many pairs.
I believe it. I believe it. Nicole, you're up.
Good morning. Happy Wednesday, everyone. And yes, it's almost springtime. We're actually going to be springing forward this weekend. So just a reminder, don't forget to change your clocks, which allows us more daylight. As Sandy and Nancy have shared, perfect time to farm. The market is hot, and we have many tools and resources to help you. If you're looking for utility guide information, property tax, future property tax reports, we can provide those to you. Have a fantastic day. Nicole and Yvonne, Fidelity National Title. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you. Appreciate that. And next I have here Scott. Scott, you're up.
Hey everybody, Scott Shimamoto, Journey Mortgage Advisors. We are a loan broker. That means we go find the loan for your client and let the lenders fight for it. So it makes great deal for your client, and sometimes they don't have being right in the box in terms of how they qualify. So we can take them to different outside the box lenders as well. Brokers are better. Scott Shimamoto, Journey Mortgage Advisors. Thanks for letting us participate, guys.
I'll remember that when I look at myself in the mirror and I say I'm a realtor, I want to say brokers are better.
They are. They are better.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Scott. Next, I have here Brandon. Brandon, you're up.
Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone's having a fantastic week. Looks like the weather is starting to look nice outside. It's definitely starting to be spring. Something that I've had come up in the last week is, do we provide hard copies still of the NHD report and the earthquake books? And we do. We still provide those. So if you have those clients who really like those hard copies, we still provide those, and we can have that sent to the office or to your personal address, whatever is easier. And so once you order that report, if you make that request to have that hard copy sent, I'll have that done right away. And again, those earthquake books as well. I know some people, they just really like those physical copies. I'll put my info in the chat, and if you ever have any questions, I'm always available.
Thank you so much, Brandon. Appreciate that. Sage, you're up.
Good morning, everyone. I really like what you said in the beginning, Sylvia. I think it's really important that women stick together and we empower each other, especially in San Gabriel. All the affiliates here and all the women that I've met throughout the 3 years that I've been doing this have been nothing but amazing towards me, like Sandy, Nancy, Nicole, Unita, Angie. all the women here have been nothing but fantastic to me. I think it's really important. So happy Women's Month to everyone. And then in terms of natural hazard disclosure, I've been going around and I've been asking realtors this question. I'm sure the other affiliates are getting annoyed with me asking this question, but if a realtor can, answer this question for me, I'm going to give you an Amazon gift card. So within the natural hazard disclosure report, how many hazards are legally required in that report? How many hazards are legally mandated within the NHG? If you can answer that question, I will give you an Amazon gift card.
That's actually a really good question. I don't think I've ever thought about that. I can see Kelvin's antennas moving around. It's like he wants to jump in. I don't know. I'm just going to take a shot at it. 17? No. Okay. Kelvin,
Yes.
just jump in. What is it, Kelvin? Do you know?
I'm guessing there's 8.
8? Okay. Anybody else out there? Any other realtors out there that like to kind of guess at what this is? Wow.
Anyone can guess. Any realtor.
I guess it's just Kelvin and I.
All right. So I guess no one wins. And whenever I ask this question, I always look at Brandon because he just cannot believe. But so it's 6. So within the natural hazard disclosure report for any NHG company, 6 are required by law. You got 2 flood, you got 2 fire, and you have 2 earthquake. So everything else within that NHG report is there just provided for you for extra protection and precaution. So I always like to ask this question because it's a general understanding of the NHG. And if you don't have a general understanding of the NHG, please reach out to me and I will go over it if you have any questions within that NHG report. And once again, this is Sage Gomez with my NHG. Have a great day.
Thank you so much. But I still feel like a winner because I learned something. So thank you. I'm going to look at it as a big 3 times 2. The big 3 times 2, that's 6. Thank you. And I hope amongst all the women that you mentioned here, you can consider myself as one of your friends as well. Thank you.
Definitely.
Thank you. Appreciate that, Sage. And next I have here Unita. Unita, you're up.
Thank you. Sage, actually, I was going to guess 6, but of course, I'm not a realtor. But that's beautiful. Thank you. Just want to say hello. Unita Wu from Home Warranty of America, your 13 months home warranty. We give additional 1 month free for all your home warranty. And I do have English, Spanish, and Mandarin brochure if you guys need them. Sometimes the homeowners want to read them. Please let me know. I'm here to help you guys. We also have a rekey and telephone line added this month as well. So if you have any closing, please just let us know if you want to file a claim for the rekey. We're here to help, and thank you again for all your help and support. And excited for the next month for April, which is my birthday month, which is spring. Thank you.
Awesome. Perfect. And next, let me see here. I have Angie. Angie, you're up.
Hi guys, Angie Tang, First American Title. Happy Women's Month to all the strong ladies on this meeting. Really proud for all of our achievements. We've come a long way as women. And wanted to talk a little bit about encroachments. If you guys have questions on encroachments, these are also things that title can help with. Also with bedrooms and bathrooms, if there's a discrepancy, lot size, square footage of the house, we can give you that type of information to help you with your clients. I'm here to help you grow your business and insure it. Angie Tang, First American Title. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate that. I'm looking through here if there's anyone else who we're missing. Oh, good. Now we're better because Adam's here. Adam attends every single meeting every week. Let me see here, and so many others. Is there anybody else here that I missed that's an affiliate that have not introduced themselves? No? Okay. Great. And I see more realtors here. Thank you. And affiliates, just know that if you don't see the realtors signed up immediately, just know that we also record this. So this is available to them for them to view at a later time. And as Nancy mentioned, it's a very high season. It's very busy. So I'm glad to see that the agents are out there taking your advice and farming and doing everything they possibly can to make it successful. I wish you all a wonderful St. Patrick's Day. Don't forget to wear green. And I'm going to hand this over now to Kelvin, our broker. Kelvin, you're up.
All right. Good morning, everyone, and happy National Celebration of Women's Month. So I do want to start off with a little bit of teaser of what we're going to cover today, but I want to show talk about a little bit about how the Ukraine-Russian conflict has been impacting real estate and what we're going on in our economy. We're going to talk a little bit and highlight about inflation. We're going to cover CAR's weekly update. And so hopefully you're stay tuned for all of that. Thank you all the affiliates for being here and sharing your news and sharing your guidance in what you do. It's very essential to our business. So we appreciate having that relationship with all of you. So I'll start sharing off my screen with the slides. Bear with me while I pull it up. And hopefully you guys see that okay. It's already the beginning of March, everyone, and we're already rocking and rolling through the first quarter of 2022. And fortunately, I do want to start out with a little bit about that strong woman power. When I think of women in our current modern times, Oprah is one of the strongest women out there. So her quote for today is, "When you undervalue what you do, the world will undervalue who you are." And I think that resonates a lot with me in what we do as practitioners in real estate, because so many of us belittle ourselves. And so many of us think what we do is not that essential. And I have to disagree, you guys. So I want you to understand, if you have that belief, or you go, oh, all I do is show people homes, or all I do is help them write a contract, that's not necessarily, you're really belittling all the full things and you're capable of doing. And it will resonate to your clients as well when you kind of just play it off. So I do appreciate when realtors meet with their clients and they say, can you pick this time or this time? Because I have a lot of busy schedule, but I want to fit you in because I want to help you. But you got to show that you're very busy. You can't let your clients step all over you. And they will walk all over you when you do not defend your value, show that you're committed to their goals, and be a great listener. So you don't always have to say yes, yes, yes to your clients. You kind of have to show them that there's a middle ground, that you're a professional, that you work hard, and all the things you do, explain it, talk about it. A lot of times people just, listing agents will say, oh, we got 10, 20 offers on your home. All I did was just put up some photos. No, you didn't. Please elaborate to the sellers why you're worth your X% commission. Okay. And that's how you justify it. It's also the marketing. It's how you word things. It's how you price things. It's how you evaluate. It's how you publish things on the MLS. It's also how you negotiate on the back end with the other realtors. So I think it's important. Make sure you are sharing with your clients and others everything all the value that you bring to the table. All right, guys. We're back, we're open, and indoor COVID policies have lessened a little bit in LA County. So if you are vaccinated in the site and everyone's vaccinated, masks are not required in the office place. But if you still are not vaccinated yet, you are still required to wear your face mask indoors. Just want to give you that update, as well as a nice little tip. If you want to reorder your USPS government free 4 kits by mail, you can reorder today. It started just Monday. So you can go ahead and go to the USPS website, enter your address, and get your second order of free test kits for your family. And I know some schools are now reducing their requirements as well and not having to do weekly tests, some of the schools. So as we see, gradually, COVID is finally getting a lot more in control. Please keep and mark your calendars for the upcoming trainings and the sales meetings. I thank everyone here for your appreciation and for your support and really just getting a good pulse of what's going on in the market. So we do have a nice cool class from Snap NHD talking about what are the various hazard zones required. And I love the tip that Sage the question trivia. I'm a trivia person, so even myself didn't get it right. So that just shows that we all have something else to learn. So go ahead and sign up for classes, learn about the special assessments and the environmental impacts, and especially the new fire hardening defensive space disclosure training, which is just really important because this new form, so many people are asking, do I need to fill it out? And the answer quickly is, if you're not in the fire zone, you don't have to fill it out. Okay, you don't have to understand if there's defensible crawl space or any measures performed on the property to prevent fire. But if you are in a high fire zone, which is not as many properties, just really if you're near the mountains or the hillsides, then go ahead and have them fill it out. And it's okay to say you don't know if there's defensible measurements done. So just say no, okay? Let the buyer conduct their own due diligence. The March 31st, 11 a.m. class, we also have a nice little treat for you. This is going to be in person with lunch provided at our office right here in Temple City, really talking about not losing another deal to an iBuyer. And that's referring to people who are buying online or Zillow type of clientele who are kind of circumventing brokers and trying to get the buyers. They're still doing a few little purchases here and there directly to buyers. And so I want to talk about that class because it's important to stay and know what's going on with our competition so that we're able to adapt to the new business and way people are reaching prospects. And I wanted to invite you to a really cool class hosted by the Arcadia Association of Realtors. We got a nice little treat for you, a 5-part real estate series with masterminds Chris Duff and Tamara Szyminski. They're very great, eloquent, well-spoken people in the business, in our industry here in California. And they're going to teach you some important tips on negotiation, lead generation, getting your own life back and your time and management, winning with buyers, and top 10 things realtors should be doing for home sellers. I love all these topics. They're so relevant and current for what we need to do today. So I hope you take advantage of these free classes and go ahead and sign up. They're Zoom and you can watch them for 5 subsequent Mondays and register through the AAR board. The next slide we're going to talk about is just reminding you, we're getting really, really close to the June 1st deadline, which is in a couple months. So that's when we start beginning phase 2 of the LA County COVID-19 tenant protections resolution. And we will start seeing some more displacements and evictions beginning in the next few months, which should lead to more inventory. It should lead to more people looking for movement, moving maybe lower cost areas. And I do see this being a trigger point in which it is best right now. If you have a seller that's on the fence or looking to sell their property, it's better to put it out on the market when there's less competition, because as these units or homes become vacated, they will create less demand, and there's more, with more supply, you're going to have more options. It's going to, you're not going to have so much of a bidding war that we've experienced in the last year. So that's the way I let owners know. Maybe it's better to put it on the market sooner than later and have that consultation and let the seller decide what's best for them. So don't forget, there is rent ordinances, not only by state, but also by city and county. So don't forget, whenever you're looking at making a move or your landlord is thinking about evicting, make sure you look at the protections, city, state, local, county, all that stuff is important. So if you missed one of my classes, we had a good discussion last week talking about commercial leases and some do's and don'ts and some advice on. So if you want to watch that video, it's in my YouTube channel, so you can watch it and learn at your own pace. This is where we get into the market updates. So I'm going to stop sharing really quick and get to that link. Any questions, guys?
Nope.
Okay, let me pull up this link real quick. And I love these weekly updates because they're written by our CAR economists, and they do this every week for us to let us know. Like, for example, let's say I have a meeting tomorrow with a client and I really want to talk about something newsworthy, or they want to know about what's going on the market. Why not just take a look at the weekly write-up? The link, it remains the same. And I'd like to go ahead and kind of just point you that if you just use that link every week, there's the newest information of what's going on in California housing. So let me make this a little bit bigger. I think you guys can see my screen, right? So active listings are now starting to trend up in California. So the total number of homes in the past 7 out of the 8 weeks have risen. So that's showing to us that there's still a lot more sellers out there who are looking to take advantage of the hot real estate market. They're seeing their neighbors sell for high dollars, and maybe they finally are coming out of they're prepared or ready or did the repairs to the home. So they're putting the property on the market before the tenant protections phase 2 begins. So there is more inventory slightly increasing. It is a nice thing for us, more options for us to sell. But most of these increases are homes priced over $1 million. Okay. There still is a shortage of inventory in active homes priced under 1 million. So whenever you price anything under $1 million, you're going to have a line at your door at that open house, right? Those of you guys who've been active, you guys are realizing this, and then it slows down when you get to the luxury end. The US jobs, we're going to talk about this more in detail. The growth blows past the forecasted. So this is very important and great for our economy. Many people are going back to work. Our unemployment rate is down to 3.8% from 4%, which is good. A lot of people are going back to work, making their incomes, wages are higher, and the average hourly earnings paused in February. So that should cause some relief on rising inflation. And that's something that we are all talking about right now is inflation. So it's good. There's companies hiring. There's a lot of people coming back to the labor. So that should be able to withstand a lot of this inflation pressure and geopolitical tensions going on. So what we're also seeing as mortgage interest rates dipped further, that's a good thing for the buyers. It's a good thing for what's going on for anyone on the fence. But this is important because when you have a war going on, especially with Russia and Ukraine uncertainty, the Fed will take a less riskier approach. They're going to stay very conservative. They don't want anything crazy to happen at home. So they're going to be very conservative when they do the rate hikes. Previously, I was anticipating a 0.5 point prior to the war. It looks like it would probably be something closer to a 0.25% increase this month. So that's a good news. It's just a slight pause until we have a little bit more certainty on the war and the outcome. So we are seeing a slight attractive dip right now in mortgage interest rates, something to encourage some of your buyers that you're working with right now. And the new home sales do slump, but construction is beating some of the expectations. As far as California goes, there is a lot more construction going on, but the sales are slumping. Okay, so that's something to keep in mind. Maybe the builders aren't getting the price that they want and they forecasted. And this war, the rising inflation and all the gas prices and the stock markets dipping last week and this week, that probably has something to do with less demand. There's pending home sales declining as buyers struggle with low inventory. So there's a lot of people discouraged. It's very difficult to get just offers accepted. So, and the affordability is still very tough because the prices are still high. So we are seeing a little bit of a decrease in the pending homes. And California consumers, there's just a negative sentiment right now in terms of home buying and whether it's still a good time to buy or not. So a lot of buyers don't believe it's a strong time to buy. So that's the weekly write-up. I thought it was very informative to share with you guys. And any questions or comments on that?
No, thank you for sharing, Kelvin. That's very beneficial information.
All right, so let me get you to our video of the week real quick, and that'll get us going with really understanding of how how this war might impact real estate and where this might kind of give us some clues or indicators in the future. So let me go back and start sharing my screen. Wait, I need to optimize this for video. 1 second. All right, so you guys should be able to see my YouTube screen, and let's talk about Resource TV.
War, housing shortage. Where does it all lead and what does it mean to you? Let's find out. I mean, I don't know. You tell me. I don't really know. We have this insane global tug of war that's happening right now, and the markets have been heavily influenced for quite some time. How does one predict what's coming next? I don't know. Let's give it a try. Let me set the stage here and show you an interesting graph that probably won't make sense. This is the history of mortgage-backed securities going back to the start of the pandemic. You can see the erratic behavior in early 2020, and this is where we're at now. What this means to you is this: mortgage-backed securities and thus mortgage rates improved dramatically. One could argue solely or at least heavily influenced by the Fed purchasing program. Why? Well, quite frankly, to ease the pain of a never-seen-before global shutdown. I mean, call me crazy, but global pandemics and shutdowns don't typically equal massive stock market rallies and largest personal savings and cash positions ever. Typically, there would be some financial pain, but the Fed heavily invested into mortgage-backed securities, which moved rates lower and greased the wheels of the economy during the pandemic. Thus, financially speaking, we fared pretty well through the last 2 years. Now, we are on the back side of this, and coincidentally, we are sitting right back where we started, full circle. Until, that is, the war started, and then you can see the impact of the war with the recent bounce in mortgage-backed securities. Why? Because when there's uncertainty in the markets, money tends to flow into safer investments like what? Mortgage-backed securities or bonds. So that's what happened in a first-grade version as to why, but where does that leave us now and into the future? Well, a war would typically not be good for the economy, but guess what drives the biggest economy in the world? Real estate and mortgage, and real estate is still red hot. One could argue that economic certainty may reduce homebuyers' ability to put together a down payment due to a pullback in the stock markets and their 401ks. It may also just erode their confidence in the overall markets, but I don't believe that either will be a huge needle mover here. Again, personal savings at an all-time high and housing supply at all-time lows, coupled with rising rents, forces a family into one situation or the other. Moving on, last week I read rising gas prices could dampen homebuyer demand. While it does suck, I just don't see that directly impacting a scorching red hot housing market. Now take rising gas prices and add that to a massive inflation problem, and then we have a discussion and debate. And that's really the tug of war I referenced earlier. Bonds hate inflation as it erodes their value, and that's why we saw bonds rally recently so they could fight said inflation. It's needed, it's part of the cycle, and what balances the markets. But that's the tug of war here. We need to fight inflation, but we have this war going on that overall pushes money back into bonds and lowers the yield. See the 10-year here, it gets over 2%, again, fighting inflation, and then the war starts only to drop back down. See the tug of war, guys? We have to fight inflation, but war equals uncertainty, and uncertainty equals a flight to safety, and money flows back into bonds. God, I hope that makes sense, guys. Again, mortgage rates did the same thing. Started to rise. As much as we hate it, it's what's needed right now, and then reverse course a bit. That fight's not over yet. We'll see how that turns out. Again, tug of war. Again, guys, inflation, war, housing shortages, rising mortgage rates would typically be cause for concern, but housing continues to shrug off all those fears and concerns. Maybe we will down the road, but we just haven't felt those effects and ramifications yet, as evidenced by the following. Home prices set another record last week with year-over-year appreciation at 19%. Highest appreciation rate ever, and that's because of this stat, which is active listings down 24%. We will leave you with one interesting stat that again proves our point about an economic tug of war. It's a leading versus lagging indicator and maybe a preview what's to come. In January, we saw the biggest month-over-month decline in signed purchase contracts. This is a leading indicator, guys. We're not looking at closed loans or listings or pendings. These are signed purchase contracts that will fuel all of that. So, rates gonna go up or are they gonna go down? Are we gonna fight inflation? Yes or no? Housing going to remain at breakneck speeds? I mean, not to come full circle and end as we began, but I mean, I don't know, guys. You tell me. Make the call in the comment section below and go share this on social to prove just how difficult and crazy our industry really is right now.
Can't hear you, Kelvin.
Sorry, I was on mute. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you. I thought that was a really good, quick way to understand how the mortgage rate is tied and following what's going on in the war, and also how that leading lagging indicator of what's going on and how we are doing that tug of war of inflation. So it's very important to really go ahead and just keep a pulse of everything that's going on, because everything is so volatile right now and so uncertain. Who knows what's going on in the war and how long it's going to drag out. But that's good to go. Any questions on that before I get to the next slide? Okay, so let's go ahead and continue on and talk about jobs real quick. And this is from the Bureau of Labor Statistics via CoStar. And you can see here, job growth has accelerated and a lot as Omicron has eased. So a lot of people have been entering back in the workforce. And I found one interesting statistic that I wanted to show to you guys is what is the jobs that are hiring and people are moving into in terms of reopening. And so compared to the previous month, who's hiring? Where are the people going? They're going primarily towards accommodations, services, food, restaurants, and a lot of these retail types of locations are reopening and bringing a dominant amount of the workforce back into place. The other one is healthcare. Obviously, is a very strong demand because a lot of people have been getting sick and having to go get checkups. And construction is the third largest reopening, which is a good sign. Hopefully that, there's a lot of lack of skilled construction workers right now. So hopefully with this new rise, we can see more people being able to do and more cost-effective home repairs. So the interesting thing that I also found was how much people are really going back in terms of retirement. So the people going back to work in terms of the change in the labor participation rate, obviously the standard workforce age of 16 to 55 years old is normal and healthy going up. Look how many people that are over 55 still going back to work. Okay, there's an upward tick of trend, almost equating towards where the healthy, people in their primes. So it's interesting to see even 55-year-olds are going back to work, whether out of need, whether they're bored out of their mind, or whether it's out of necessity because of the income or the rising inflation, or maybe they still want to be able to drive, but they have to afford the higher living expenses. Okay. So if you look at what hourly earnings and where people are making a slightly more income by industry, tech and information is really paying one of the most highest dollars. You have retail and trade. You have transportation up there, tied up very, very high up there as well. And as you can see, even construction workers are getting paid roughly $33, $34 an hour. Okay. Professionals and businesses, we're getting at the 37.97. This is also indicating the change from the prior month. Okay. So where people getting less decrease in their income, it's the financial activities. It's mining and logging, manufacturing. These are the ones showing a decrease in hourly earnings by industry. So just interesting news. Many of you guys talk about, in California, we talk about housing element. We talk about affordable housing, and we are not really clear on what or why or what that means sometimes. Everyone, okay? California has already passed various legislation to increase affordable housing in many different areas, requiring cities across every state in the state of California to adopt newer zoning to accommodate affordable housing, to rezone and allow for more housing affordability of homes. And many cities are struggling to be in compliance with the housing element restrictions. So There's a state down requirement. Hey, I want the city of, for example, Temple City or Arcadia, add more affordable housing areas. Okay. Cities are trying to, they try to propose things like the tiny home shelter project. They're trying to get things like rezoning certain streets or areas that may become R1 to R2 zoning. They're trying to maybe add sections that might have affordable housings or maybe protections like Pasadena, which has affordable housing areas or rent control areas. So I encourage you to just understand there is going to be more affordable housing over time as cities start learning and trying to submit their housing element plans. But half of the cities are struggling. They're not in compliance. LA County is one of the leaders in the city housing element requirements. So kudos to our county in providing and allocating sufficient affordable housing. The rentspree.com is still a great place for us to do our rentals and screening process. So we'll continue on to our new listings. Any questions on anything we talked about today before we get onto the new listings? One quick pitch is, Sylvia, are you there? I wanted you to see if you wanted to pitch your class on the Spanish class. And also, can you talk about Level Up? You're on mute. Sorry, you're on mute.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, great. Thank you. I would like to talk about the Spanish class. The Spanish class is Basics 101. It's going to be hosted through the Arcadia Association of Realtors. And it's basically just going over the basics of how to have a conversation and how to have a return visit with a Latino family or a Latino person, and talk a little bit about, I know this is an old craftsman, it's not a Spanish hacienda. The AAR has revised it because I requested a hacienda, and thank you for asking as well, Kelvin. But here is how to gain respect, how to overcome uncomfortable challenges, how to engage into a conversation, how to exit a conversation, and how to earn a casual social revisit. How many times have many of us been in a home and been kind of feeling a little awkward because you don't have a commonality to talk to the person on the other side? And it could be age specific, it could be culture specific, and it's important that we adapt to the person that is hosting us in their home. So I hope to see you on Zoom, March 18th, the day after St. Patrick's Day, at 11 a.m. to 12:30. This is about the 5th year anniversary, and I have been asked to teach it again. And to follow that in the next few months, in June, we're going to have the intermediate class, which Kelvin, I believe you've attended that one, where I actually have a whole table set up with everything involving in the culture of the Latino community and how to have conversations and how to overcome awkwardness and learn a few words along the way. The third version of this is hopefully we can start doing tours at the Adobe Hacienda House, and that is going to be in Pomona. And I've been excited. I've toured that place myself. It really takes you down and deep to the roots of the Mexican culture and what a hacienda is, and the normal investor invest in property for money, for a net profit and money. Well, in the Mexican culture is to keep them and pass them on to families and generations of family. And the haciendas are actually named after either a family priest or a child. So haciendas are kept for a lot of legacies. Thank you for that pitch. I was passionate, as you can tell. Is there something else that I can share? You want me to share about Level?
Yeah, Level Up. We'll just talk about it briefly.
Okay, Level Up is very brief. It's a Coldwell Banker brand conference, and it's coming up in, let me see here. It's coming up March 17th, actually on St. Patrick's Day, 9:30, 10 a.m. It starts sharp and it ends at 12:30 for all the realtors. So it's going to be a collaboration of networking. It's going to be power of the brand. It's going to be programs to provide competitive differentiation using the process of success elevating average sales and leadership roundtable conversations, which that is something that is very powerful to have conversations with other empowering people that are in the industry. So that's that. And do I have an opportunity to talk about fun facts, or you want to wait till the end?
Go ahead. You can do it now.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. Okay, St. Patrick's. Here's a fun fact that and I'm sharing this because in our office, we're so diverse in cultures. We have so many different diversities, and I love that about our office. So I want to be mindful of whoever is on our roster that is Irish or not, and to empower you some knowledge. So did you know that the color of St. Patrick's Day was originally blue? Wearing green has become a staple of St. Patrick's Day, but the holiday was originally associated with the color blue. It's thought that the shift to green happened because of Ireland's nickname, the Emerald Isle. The green is the Irish flag and the shamrock. The clover or green ribbons and shamrocks were worn as early as the 17th century. And one more, I'll leave you with this. Did you know that in Chicago in 1962, Chicago actually dyed the river green for St. Patrick's Day? So I'll leave you with that. Thank you for this opportunity. I'll hand it back to you, Kelvin.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome.
Cool tips, cool stuff going on, and definitely want to just reiterate how it's great for us to go visit the Level Up. It's local. I think they were actually having some prizes and goodie bags for people who attend. So take advantage of it. It's right here in our own neck of the woods, Pomona. So if you want to register and carpool over together, we'll start sending out the emails and gathering a registration list or getting a feed, because I told them we'll come out to visit, and hope you guys can support and learn about a local Coldwell Banker event. It's very rare. They usually do it once a year. So hopefully you guys can come check it out.
Perfect.
All right.
There's 12 of us on the list so far, Kelvin. So we have a good group already.
Awesome. We can always definitely, it's free. So everyone else can take advantage of what they have a really good series of classes and lessons and speakers for set up for us. You guys see my screen yet right now?
Yes.
Okay, let me make it bigger and talk about our new listings. Congratulations to Shanae. She's got a beautiful, gorgeous home, 6703 Ridgeside Drive, Riverside. RV boat parking, obviously, you can see the boat in front. And I can 3133 square feet, 850,000. Lots of beautiful palm trees surrounding this large lot, and additional parking on the side gate. Danny High has 637 Cedar View Drive in Beaumont. 4 beds, 3 baths, 2914 square feet for only 550,000. Beaumont's not a bad city. It's a very good area, right near Cabazon, the outlets over there.
Yes.
And for 550,000 to get a 3,000 square foot house that looks like it's probably built 2010, maybe 2008. That's not a bad deal. That's probably around the cost of construction itself. So, hey guys, there still is affordable homes out there. If you have anyone, go help and call Danny and see if you got a buyer. Show it, sell it. Edgar, he's got a beautiful listing over here at 10228 Olney Street in El Monte. You got something here in our neck of the woods for a single family for only 589,000. Hey, you can still modernize, update it, do what you want. It's only 874 square feet, but it's affordable. Okay, this should have a line out the door, his open house. So congrats, Edgar, on your new listing. And Angel Lau's got another affordable home, 4209 Walnut Grove, Unit A. This is only 590,000. You're getting a 1,300 plus square foot condo, but at least you don't have anyone above you or below you. You got a townhouse style, which is great. And even better, you only have one common wall. This is a front unit. As Unit A is, it is one common wall, and end units are more desirable in compared to a middle type of unit. So check this one out and see if you have any clients looking for something under 600,000. Henry Liu's got a 412 Bristol Way. This is a new listing offered at only 828,000 for a 5-bedroom house. Of course, So Corona's a nice, great private area to live. You got a 2,714 square foot living area. So talk to him if you got anyone looking for this beautiful home. This looks like a 90s style. And Henry's got 1621 Derringer Lane, Diamond Bar. Wow, look at the impressive views. This is a very unique home. You can see the garage is near the bottom floor, below the entry. A very unique, stunning home offered at 3.79 million. This is coming soon. 9,000 plus square feet, over 1.2 acres. This single family has Diamond Bar, beautiful, gorgeous views. And you can see here, it just has, I can imagine all the bedrooms are on the hillside area, looking out onto the city mountain landscape. That's going to be a gorgeous home. So I can't wait to see this one. Talk to Henry if you have anyone looking for a high-end mansion. And Carmen Lee, she's got 681 First Avenue, Arcadia. This is for lease, under $4,000 a month. And you got a condo over here, newer construction. This is 3 bedrooms, 3.5 baths in a very nice section of town near the Arcadia board. I have a listing here. This is 2300 Hathaway Ave. Just the first open house weekend, we had 130 plus people walking through that door. It was crazy. This was already pending. We want to introduce you to something that's not pending. This is 2620 New York Drive, Pasadena. I was working this one. It's $1,033,000. It's priced under market. This is a giant 11,420 square foot lot, very generous lot size. And I hope you guys have a client for me, because this is a very high upside potential home. You can do ADU potential and or add-on, and it's in good condition. I'll be hosting this one Sunday, 1 to 4 p.m. open house. Anyone else have any new listings you want to pitch before I get to the closings? Any open houses you're doing this weekend, or anything you want to pitch on your coming soons? Without further ado, I'll share our closed sales, and want to congratulate Julia. She did an amazing job closing 8 Spanish Moss, Irvine, 3.15 million. This single family home is newer construction, and her client is so happy and loves this property. I know the story behind this. Julia took a whole year showing Irvine properties to this client who could never get their offer accepted. And I do remember 5 months ago, right around November, December, what do I do, Kelvin? I've had no luck. My offers are 200,000 over asking. We're still not getting accepted. And I told you, is your client still scheduling with you? Is your client still loyal to you? Is your client still motivated? And all the answers were still yes. Eventually, she stayed persistent, resilient, and focused on the client's goals. And now when they finally came to fruition, and this $3.1 million has a nice commission payday, so she finally got to reap the benefits of her perseverance. Sam Chow just closed 4820 Louis Ave in Torrance. I love the color scheme, this wood combination with the dark black. 1.28 million. This Torrance home sold 1,053 square feet. Looks like it's been newly remodeled. Congrats, Sam, on your bright and young career, less than a year in the industry. Helen Ma has 1121 El Monte Ave. For half an acre, this single family sold and just closed. So I'm very excited for her and her clients. They're super happy, and definitely she negotiated a really good job with this property and was in a hot seller's market. She was successfully able to negotiate a $100,000 price reduction. How many of you guys can do that? Okay, way to go, Helen. Jonathan Go, he closed a single family in Moreno Valley. This is 12694 Horfells Court, 3 beds, 2.5 baths, 1,584 square feet. This PUD, newer construction in a nice, probably gated community. Not too sure. Talk to Jonathan if you have anyone looking for Moreno Valley. Actually, this one just closed. I'm sorry. Congratulations, Jonathan. And Henry Liu just closed a lease in, not a referral in Oklahoma City. So don't forget you can still earn income and commissions referring clients out to other states. You still can get a commission, guys. Amy just closed over here in Ontario, 4075 South Bowery Place. This sold at $872,475. That's a really cheap price. Wow. Ontario, this looks like a gorgeous, beautiful, kind of like a model home, and only $872,000. Great job, Amy, in getting this one closed. Nancy Liu and Michael Liu, $740,000 for this nice single family, 1832 square feet in Rancho Cucamonga. Love it. Great job again. And very pleased and excited for Mina's closing. 9656 Naomi Avenue, Arcadia. This lovely single family home definitely has great curb appeal. 2.220 million for this 3764 square foot newer built home. Congratulations, Mina. Way to go. Does anyone want to pitch anything else at this moment?
No, I just want to say we have a powerhouse of agents here that are doing a magnificent job. So kudos to everyone for doing so fantastic.
I appreciate it, and I love seeing you guys succeed and being, and you know, all of us at the management on company wide, we really support, and I'm proud of all of our agents. I want to share with you, we did win a couple of accolades from Coldwell Bankers. So I'll be releasing and publishing the 2021 top producers in our social media pages very shortly, the graphics, and we're doing some revisions and improvements, enhancements. So I wanted to get it perfect before we send it out and publish it. So we got a lovely group of a team of people who've really just hit record levels of production last year. And I want to see you guys continue that trend. From the office wise, I want to share with you, our company got awarded by Coldwell Banker the President's Award of Honor. It's international recognition for really just achieving top sales. That puts us in amongst the top 15% of Coldwell Banker offices worldwide. And I'm proud of you guys for really just our collective efforts in accomplishing that. And I also want to share and say we also got another award as an office. It's called the International Sterling Society Office Award. So that's based on your production, guys, and we all contributed towards these. Our office goals is really to not just hit awards or just to get that recognition. I'm not all about that. It's really to be helping our clients, and so many of you are really helping your people either negotiate great deals for their homes or buy homes, and really putting them into a place where they have their sanctuary. The home is where you really just get to create memories, to live and enjoy and celebrate, you know, good times and bad with your family. So keep on doing your good work to the community and to your neighbors and to your friends. And let's continue to 2022, resilient, strong, no matter what the world is doing in terms of crises and battles and wars and arguments and disputes over oil and trade and this and this and that. We're still Americans. We're still building our communities. We're still building our connections, developing and improving where we're living. And luckily saying, you know, our military and US, you know, this is one of the safest places to be. And we're not going to, you know, so that's why it's a sound investment. That's why you see investors escape from risky assets and moving into something more consistent, predictable, and housing. Rents are as high as you can ever anticipate ever before. So housing is always going to be a key place to park your money and invest and be secured and know that you should hopefully get some appreciation over time. So without that, just want to lead you with a thank you to everyone for being here again, staying to the very end. We're here ending right on time. And if you have any questions or anything personal, just call one of us at the management so we can support you on your individual businesses. And thank you for being here. Happy St. Patrick's Day, and see you guys next time.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to wear blue. Thank you.
And I'm going to pinch. You're going to get pinched.
Oh, good. good. Yay, I'm gonna feel alive. Bye, everyone. Take care.
Hi, everyone.
Bye, stay safe.
Thanks,
Take
guys.
care.
How's baby Angie? I
Oh my
stopped at
God, super cute, getting really big.
Oh my goodness.
Yours too.
He's heavy now, so you gotta shift your arms a little bit.
Oh, I
because-
know, I get my arms always sore. I got to
Yeah,
create
it's
a
sore.
cone.
You're
It's
gonna
good
have to share
exercise.
photos. You're gonna have to share photos, Angie. We wanna
Okay,
see
will do.
Brady. We get to see Brady here come in and play blocks and stuff.
Oh
so-
yeah, Kelvin, let me know when you bring Brady to the office. Maybe I'll bring Alea.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
have a
it's-
play date at the office.
it sounds good. Yeah, we should do it. I wanted to have more encounters with others, babies and children.
Yeah, me too.
He's good with others and playing.
Oh, good, good.
Awesome.
We've
Cool.
got toys here. We've got toys here, so bring them down.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Have a good one, guys.
Bye, everyone. Bye, Scott. Bye, Angie.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Bye, Jung. I saw you in there somewhere.
Thanks for letting us sit in.
Always.
All right. Have a good one. Take care.
Bye.